Hello. I'm going to discuss about the skeletal system, what are the parts and what are the functions of this. Shall we start? I have here my finished output. So first we have the skull. So what do you mean by skull? Skull, skeletal framework of the head of vertebrae composed of bones or cartilage which form a unit that protects the brain and some sense organs. We have the ribs. So this is the ribs. So the ribs are the bony framework of the thoracic cavity. The ribs form the main structure of the thoracic cage, protecting the thoracic organs. However, their main function is to aid the respiration. Next, let's proceed the lumbar vertebrae. So the lumbar vertebrae, the lumbar spine contains 5 vertebrae labeled L1 to L5, which progressively increase in size going down the lower back. So here's the lower back. The vertebrae is connected with joints at the back to enable bending and twisting movements of the spine. So next, ulna. Here the ulna. So this is the ulna. Ulna is one of 2 bones that make up the forearm, the other being the radius. The main function of the ulna along with the radius is to assist with rotation. This rotation allows for the maximal function is of the wrist and hand due to the increased range of motion. The sole motion of the elbow joint is flexion and extension, otherwise known as bending and straightening the arm. Next, we have the phalanges or the fingers. So here. So the bones of the fingers, the phalanges of the fingers help us manipulate our environment. Then next, we have the sacrum. The sacrum is shield-shaped, bony structure that is located at the base of the lumbar vertebrae and that is connected to the pelvis. The sacrum forms the posterior pelvic wall and strengthens and stabilizes the pelvis. So next, we have the patella. So this is the patella. Patella is a small bone located in front of the knee joint. So here, where the thigh bone and shin bone meet, it protects the knee and connects the muscles in the front of the thigh to the tibia. The patella covers and protects the knee joint. So next, we have here the fibula. Fibula is a long bone in the lower extremity that is positioned on the lateral side of the tibia. The fibula is much smaller and thinner than the tibia. It is located just behind the tibia head at the knee joint, and then runs down to the lateral aspect of the leg until it reaches the ankle joint. Its main function is to combine with the tibia and provide stability to the ankle joint. The distal end of the fibula has several grooves for ligament attachments, which then stabilize and provide leverage during ankle movements. So next, the tarsal bones. So here, the tarsal bones. So tarsal bones consist of 7 short bones located at the proximal region of the foot, a shape well adapted for carrying and transferring weight. Next, we have the phalanges. Phalanges are toes. So here, the phalanges of the foot are the tubular bones of the toes. The phalanges of the foot help us balance, walk, and run. Next, the orbital cavity. So here's the orbital cavity. So as you can see, so what is orbital cavity? Is a skeletal cavity comprised of 7 bones situated within the skull. The cavity surrounds and provides mechanical protection of the eye and soft tissue structures related to it. So we have the nasal cavity. So this is the nasal cavity. So here, the nasal cavity lies above the bone that forms the root of the mouth and curves down at the back to join the throat. It is divided into 2 sections called nasal passages. Air moves through these passages during breathing. The nasal passages filter and warm the air and make it moist before it goes into the lungs. Then next, we have the humerus. So here's the humerus. Yan. So humerus is the arm bone between your shoulder and your elbow. The humerus serves as an attachment to 13 muscles which contribute to the movements of the hand and elbow and therefore the function of the upper limb. So also, we have here the sepoid process. So, sepoid process is the most distal edge of the sternum or the breastbone. It's made up of cartilage at birth but develops into bone and in adulthood. Although the sepoid process is small, it serves as an attachment point of organs and large muscles that make the floor of the diaphragm. Yun. So here. Next, we have the carpus. So we have here the carpus. Here. So corpus, the group of small bones between the main part of the forelimb and the metacarpus. In terrestrial vertebrates, the 8 bones of the human corpus from the wrist and part of the hand and are arranged in 2 rows. So next, the pubis. So here the pubis. As you can see. So this is the pubis. So you can see. So pubis, also known as the pubic bone, is located in front of the pelvic girdle. So here. In the rear, the ilium and ischium form the bowl shape of the pelvic girdle. The main function of the pubis is to protect the intestines, bladder, and internal sex organs. It plays an important role in secreting pheromones responsible for sexual attraction. We have the femur. So here's the femur. So femur, your thigh bone, is the longest and strongest bone here in your body. The femoral shaft runs from below the hip to where the bone begins to widen at the knee. The main function of the femur is weight bearing and stability of gait. So next, we have the tibia. So the fibia is a larger bone on the inside here. The tibia is much thicker than the fibula. As the second largest bone in the body, the tibia's main function in the leg is to bear weight, with the medial aspect of the tibia bearing the majority of the weight load. So we have the tarsus. So here's the tarsus. So this is the tarsus. Tarsus is the part of the foot of a vertebrae between the metatarsus and the leg. Also, the small bones that support this part of the foot. Ayan. Then lastly, we have the metatarsus. So, the function of metatarsus, the metatarsal bones or metatarsus are group of 5 long bones in the foot, located between the tarsal bones of the hind and midfoot and the phalanges of the toes. Metatarsus have formed the arches of the foot, which are essential in both weight bearing and walking. So, those are the parts and the functions of the skeletal system. I hope you learned about this skeletal system.